doing it. We can't find good lighting. This is it. This is as good as it's gonna get. Ready, set, go. Cheers!
Cheers! Welcome to Cocktail Hour at the Coop. I am Liz from Arrow Acres, and this is my sister Leanne.
Hello.
And today we are here at our parents' farm, Arrow Acres Farm in Wall, New Jersey.
And it's episode 16, and we're moving it again.
Well, there's the Coop and our little truck.
That's Dad's truck. He bought it on eBay.
I think we're crooked too. I think the phone's good.
It's fine.
Just saying. Okay, we haven't done this in a while, and you know what? We're fine.
And it's getting darker earlier.
Okay.
So, anyway, so it's episode 16, and we're getting ready for fall. So will that be our title? Getting ready for fall.
Cheers to getting ready for fall. It's not fall. We are soaking up the last few weeks of summer, but fall's going to be here very soon.
Yeah.
And there's so much to do around the farm that we need to get it done. So we've been working on stuff past couple of weeks actually to get ready. So our major events that are coming up in the fall are, we are going to be at Brielle Day, September 8th. And that's in Brielle,
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Which is always, for the most part, a beautiful day. That's like a day that people get married.
But we're going to be there for the first time, so it'll probably be terrible.
No. Brielle Day is like famous for being a beautiful day.
I think it rained the past couple of years, didn't it?
It
rained the past 2 years, I think it rained. So.
Well, normally people...
Maybe we'll bring the good weather back. Ugh.
So it's all day, right?
It's all day. So we're going to have animals, and we're going to have some of our stuff. So I'll have some handmade stuff. We will have toys. I'll have dryer balls, we'll have socks, we'll have some of the basics because we know it's probably going to be warm out and you're not going to be ready for winter sweaters. But we'll have some of that stuff. And then
some people do Christmas shopping early.
Yeah.
Our kids are
little kids in the background, and there's my husband hammering.
It's as good as it's gonna get today.
Sorry guys. We got bad lighting, we got background noise, whatever. Let's drink to that.
Mom fell off the swing.
We have the Peanut Gallery with us, and
Peanut Gallery thought she'd sit on the swing
with a drink in her hand,
and she thought it was so cute, and then fell off. And I don't think she's had many drinks. So.
No, she didn't even make it onto the swing. The swing kind of scooted out behind her.
We did not have it recording at the time. But I think
it was recording us, I think.
No, it wasn't recording anybody. Anyway, that's that.
So then after Brielle Day, we will really be in high gear because the very last weekend of September, September 29th and 30th, is National Alpaca Farm Days. So we open up our farm to the public.
Keep going.
I am really excited for kindergarten.
Dude,
how bad is that?
Your kids need to go to school so bad.
Full day kindergarten, and my little one's gonna be in 5 mornings a week.
You're gonna be like a real person
I feel like a really bad mom because I am so excited. Obviously, I'm home with them 7 days a week. I have a wonderful husband who does help out on the weekends, but
no, they're a lot. And I love them like they're my own, and oof.
Mama's ready too.
Yeah, everybody's ready. Everybody's ready for the Alvino boys to go back to school. I do. I love your kids like they're my own, but oh boy.
Okay.
Anyway, back to
farm day. So the last weekend in September is when we open up for the season, and I mean we're open from then until the end of June. We have a big tent set up. We have alpacas under the tent. We have free food. We have tours all day long. We've got the store fully stocked.
Yeah.
So you can get stuff now.
And we have demonstrations, like you do your spinning, and we show how we card it, and we put all our samples out and our samples and how you clean the fleece. It's educational because I think that's what it's based on, right?
Yeah.
They want people to understand
why we have alpacas.
And it's a national event. So if you watch us and you're from, hickety-pickety from Kentucky,
there's alpaca farms there.
And
look up National Alpaca Farm Days.
And you can find an alpaca farm near you that also should be open because I think most people do open to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So
lots of farms open.
Yeah. So check it out. It's a fun event for everyone in the whole country. Yeah. We'll be open. We'll be here. It's fun. It's a fun weekend. It's exhausting.
Yeah, and it's usually nice weather. So we put out a box, and if you come to our farm, please participate. We put out poker chips, and we want you to put a poker chip per person in your family or who in your group, and we want to know if you are a new friend or if you are a returning friend. And the past few years we've done this, and we've gotten about 800 to 1,000 people through the farm over the weekend. Yeah, and it's free. So it's a really fun event to bring your family.
Lots of fun. Oh, who's Grandpa? That? Grandpa. There he is.
So we have a great time, and we are here to tell you everything you ever wanted to know about alpacas and more.
Yeah, it's a fun day.
So we're getting ready every weekend. So today we did lots of stuff around.
I think there's pictures. Do you have videos of Dad like burning the farm?
We're getting rid of the weeds right here in front of the coop.
Branches getting cut down. And
we were cleaning up out front on the main road. We were cleaning up the trees that are growing along the fences so that you can see better when you pull out.
Power washing.
Oh yeah,
my house didn't fall down.
Yeah,
I was afraid it's gonna go right through the living room.
I know. I thought about your windows. I'm like, oh, good Lord, they better not hit a window for the power washer.
Yeah. Ding. So we had a.
Oh, these little boys. The light's starting to come in on you, and it's like.
I see that. I'm gonna move it. It's like my fancy, like romantic look.
How about like?
Oh no, we do need to move. Oh yeah.
How about like that?
Like a romance novel cover.
All right, let's scoot over.
Aren't they funny, those romance? Oh, speaking of books.
Oh, Tony loves those.
Wait. So, real quick on books. I don't know the name of it.
Didn't help. I don't think at all.
It did. So we're gonna read a book for my book club. That was written by someone that works in one of the wall schools. It's Amy Bramley's helper teacher. So I looked it up on Amazon to order it. I was going to do it on my Kindle. And the other ones they suggest are all romance novel covers. So I'm kind of excited to read it. I heard it's very, very good.
It's a wall teacher?
Yes, a couple of the moms have already read it. They said it was excellent. I'm like really excited. She's like a helper aide at the school. Yeah, and she wrote a book.
All right, so we'll put a link to it. You'll find out the name, and then I'll link it in the description.
Yeah, but I'm like, ooh, the romance covers.
Okay. We relocated.
It's better.
That's what you get when you want to film outside and it's sunset and whatever.
Okay, we moved. All right, here we go. And we asked the little kids to stop being so loud.
They won't.
Although some of you don't mind it, but it's annoying to us. Okay, so we're doing that.
Brielle Day, Farm Days, kindergarten. So soon. And now Grandpa's going to drive by with a golf cart.
It's real life, people. Okay. You lost your phone?
Yeah, take a timeout.
Want me to call it?
Oh boy.
Not yet.
My dad lost his phone.
We're a freaking hot mess. And should we say that this is an actual real cocktail hour at the Coop day? Because the Coop is closed for the summer. So we're not really here on Saturdays lately. Like we're kind of around, but we've been filming like during the week kind of, right? But we were here all day today. I went to the beach this morning for a little bit and came home, and we were hanging out and knitting and cleaning up and doing all stuff. So it's actually a real.
I just kind of sat like this afternoon.
Yeah, but you did stuff this morning, didn't you?
I did.
But it's a true cocktail hour at the Coop on Saturday. So it's Saturday. So it's mayhem. Normally, if we record, people are kind of where they need to be, but this is real life, people. This is farm living. It's nonstop action here.
Boy.
So. Anyway, so what else do we want to talk about?
All right, so I want to talk about this.
Oh, yeah.
So last weekend, my parents went up to Vermont, and they dropped off all of our fleece. Hi! Welcome to our world. Anyway, they dropped off our fleece at the Vermont Fiber Mill. That's the mill that we like. The dog.
The dog?
My dog just went through the drive-by.
Oh my god. Episode 16. It's a hot
I hope it picks that as our little thumbnail. Anyway, They went to the mill in Vermont. They dropped off our fleeces. So we're really excited. So our fleeces are now waiting to go into production. And I have some pictures that my parents took at the mill. So I'm going to show you some of those right now. So I'm sorry if you can hear the saw in the background. We talked about it earlier. My husband's doing work on her house, and oh well. You're gonna hear that too. Hopefully the kids will be gone for a little bit.
Oh, it really is loud. Well, it's either kids or saws, so.
Sorry.
Sorry, it is what it is. All right, so.
We should just call this episode 16, We're a Hot Mess.
Yes. I think that's a good one.
Okay.
All right, so fiber mill, you showed the pictures.
So, my parents went to the fiber mill. So now we should get our yarn back from our animals the end of October, early November. So hunt us down.
Yeah, if you are
stalk us on Instagram, Facebook, everything.
If you're interested in the yarn from past experience, people now, it's been like a couple of years now that people know when it's coming, and we will update it and on Facebook and Instagram, and people show up at the farm and they will buy literally all of it, and it goes really, really fast. So
yeah, we sell out most of it within 3 weeks.
Yeah, and I feel like that first weekend, all of our grays and rose gray and like the light tans, they sell
white
like that. We are
my
very
phone just
low
bumped
on
from
battery.
20% to 10.
Shoot. Okay, so but we'll ship it to you if you want to contact us through
absolutely
YouTube or Instagram and all that. So just
we can take payment over the phone and stuff. So if you're not close by and you want to, and I promise you, it's all very, very, very soft.
Yes, it's very.
You
soft.
will like it.
It's beautiful, and I make tags with all the alpacas' pictures on it and tell you like who they
their
came
names
from. And yeah, it's really nice. People love it. But just so you know, heads up, it does sell out really fast now. So be ready. It's coming.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
We did some really cool blends this year, so cool. I'm excited.
It'll be nice. All right, so I have a totally random, like absolutely nothing about the podcast or knitting or anything, but I just wanted to share it because it was just something very cool that happened today, and it was very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so growing up, the house that I live in now is next door to where my parents raised us, and an older couple lived here, and he was from France, and we called them Uncle Mayo and Aunt Jean. They were like our grandparents. They never had children. They kind of treated my parents like their children, and we were like their grandkids. And Grandpa wants us to stop, and he found his phone. Oh no! Put it in rice.
Guys, another hot mess moment.
Another hot mess. Grandpa's phone was in the water bucket. He was feeding and he dropped in the water bucket. Now he's going to find a bag of rice.
Dude,
we're really freaking out.
All right, I was at the pizza shop today picking up lunch, and the poor man in front of me.
Let's see if my mom can get on the swing. Can you do it this time? She did it!
She did it! So I was at the pizza shop, and this man that ordered before me, I was just picking up, and the girl burnt his pizza a little bit. I mean, I saw it. It was crispy to begin with, and she like left it in like, 30 seconds too long, and he just lost it on her. And he was like, everything is going wrong today. And like this week, everything, one thing after the next. I was like,
all right. All right, so let's go back to...
Apparently at the farm it is too.
All right, so let's go back to my story.
Yes.
Okay. So
Uncle Mayo, Aunt
Jean.
Our parents bought a couple acres from them.
Built the house there.
We were like adopted family.
Yes. Okay.
They left us the rest of the farm. That's why we have this beautiful farm.
Okay. So Uncle Mayo and Aunt Jean, very special to me. And they passed away. Okay. So
I was like
25 years ago.
No, more than that. I was little.
No, 1993. We figured it out. Uncle Mayo passed away in 1993, and he would be 125, 111? Something like that. We tried to do the math before.
She can't do math, so I wouldn't trust her.
But he died a long time ago.
When I was little, he died.
And Aunt Jean died, I don't know, I was getting married, like 99, 2000. Okay, so she passed away. They've been gone a long time. 25, 20 years. I got a letter in the mail today from France. Now, Uncle Mayo was from France. And it was addressed to a resident of my house. So
Omar du Payage, or resident
of the house. So I thought, oh, what is this? I'll open it. I got this letter in the mail today. That's not English. Now, I took 2 years of French in high school. Do I remember anything? No. So I got this letter, right? It's handwritten. I was so exciting. It reminded me of Guernsey Literary Potato Peel Pie Society. I felt like I was in a movie.
Did everybody watch it on Netflix?
So good. The book was so good and the movie was so good.
Everything was
so anyway, I don't know any of this, and my son got out Google Translate on his phone and took a picture, but it didn't work because it was handwriting. So it was a long time, like an hour and a half. And so I typed every word in Google Translate, and basically what I learned from this letter was a woman, I don't know how old she is, her mother just passed away, and when she was going through her mother's things and papers, she found a lot of correspondence from Mayo and Jean and photos, and it said of her, what did I say it was? Of a dog, a granite.
Yeah.
They found a photo of them and their granite dog, which would be gray, I guess, remember?
Oh, yeah, and Musette was gray.
They had a little miniature poodle, Musette, who was gray, and them and two friends on a bench. And so she thought that she wanted to let them know that her mom had passed away and that her dad had passed away in 2016. And it's funny because this day and age now, obviously she doesn't know that they passed away 20 years ago. And she said, I hope you're in good health, and if you are, that you could reconnect with our family, and please let me know that you got my letter and to respond.
So you have to write back.
I'm gonna write back, and I hope she has Google Translate too. Although I think most people know English. I think a lot of countries.
Wow.
So I have the address, and I went on Google at the satellite, and I found it, and it's beautiful, and it's all farms, and it doesn't look right. It doesn't look real. It looks like a patchwork quilt.
Yeah.
So it must be very.
It looked fake.
Yeah, it must be very rural, and they clearly don't have Google. I mean, you could just type in. But when I first got it, I was like, is it fake? Is it like someone asking for money? Is it like someone's in prison? Oh, Dalton was doing it, and it said something about someone being in handcuffs. I was like, oh, are they in prison? Yeah, but no, there's no one in prison. So basically, but I just thought that was really, really cool. You don't get something like this every day in the mail.
That's really cool.
Isn't that neat? So,
and the stamp was cool. Like the envelope was really cool.
Yeah, and they wrote it really nice. I don't know, it was just cool, different. So I'll have to write them back and tell them. And
Hopefully
Uncle Mayo.
Who can,
and
I think we need to find someone who actually can translate French well, because I think Google Translate, like, it does flip things around. And
yeah, but it was pretty, I understood.
Yeah, you could understand most of it.
And there were some words that I did understand. I don't remember much from French. Ugh, I was not good at that stuff. It took 2 years.
And sign language.
I remember come si, come sa means like, I'm okay. I remember that. Like,
¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. La biblioteca.
Isn't it horrible? You take all those classes, you don't remember anything? But anyway, very random and nothing to do with the podcast, but I just thought it was cool and I wanted to share. So I'll correspond and we'll see what happens. Maybe I have a pen pal and maybe there'll be a Netflix movie someday. You never know.
We'll get Sean to write it.
Who?
Sean.
Uncle Sean?
Yeah, Uncle Sean wrote another book, didn't he? Isn't that what he was reading? Didn't Andy?
That's his original book.
Oh, that was the original book?
Yeah. Our brother-in-law wrote a book and he reads it to the kids at like campfires.
You gotta scoot down. Your head's getting cut off.
I'm taller than, but I'm taller than you.
Or something. Oompa loompa. Wait, speaking of Oompa Loompas, my son took a Hershey Kiss.
Oh.
In his bedroom. I'm gonna insert a picture because I think it's hysterical.
It is.
And
funny.
it was so bad because I was laughing while I was yelling at him.
So
and I like really couldn't yell at him because I was hysterical. He took a Hershey Kiss, no mirror, drew in his Hershey Kiss like a pencil. Drew in his eyebrows. Made like, he had like prison tears on his cheeks.
He's in a gang. The Hershey Kiss gang.
Horsey Kissy. Horsey Kissies. The chocolate gang. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do with this kid.
He's bad.
And I told him he could have the Hershey Kisses. I was like, go ahead, we had a nice day. Go ahead, have a couple. It's a treat.
And then he came over to my house.
And he does that kind of crap.
I get a photo, I'm at work, I get a picture from her. And then he comes over to my house at night, I said, I saw you put chocolate in your face. He's like, I did, it was so funny. I did it with Hershey Kisses. He's very proud of himself.
Maybe he'll be a makeup artist.
It's better than like a Hershey Kiss gang.
The Hershey Kiss
Don't be in prison.
But he calls them, he can't say R, so he goes,
Horsey
Kissies.
Oh my God. All right, I put a picture in there. Should we pause? Picture! Okay, we're back.
Okay.
All right, so should we get to knitting and stuff? Like,
I suppose.
that whole, like, why we do a podcast
I
thing?
suppose.
All right, so I'll start because I'm first on the...
You want me to bring your spinning wheel over?
Yours is more exciting, so we should do mine first.
Oh, no.
Mine's boring, so let's like do that and end with something good.
Okay, ready?
It's not boring, but Paige at Frame and Fiber is
That's
doing...
not boring. You
But
started...
the project is boring.
But it's a nice thing.
It's a really nice thing. It's called Click for Babies. It's the period of purple crying caps. It's a fun. It's like a.
It's to create
not a
awareness
fundraiser.
for
It's not a
shaken,
fundraiser. What's it
no,
called?
it's shaken baby syndrome.
Yeah.
They're raising awareness. So basically, like when your kid is, there's like a newborn stage where they cry a lot. You don't
Shake them.
shake them.
So hats will be donated to the hospital, and she has kits available. They're free kits. You just have to go in, and you need to have the hats done by September 15th and back to Paige. She's right in Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
The links. She's
I'll put
awesome.
the link in.
Go see Paige.
So I made a little hat, and it's really cute.
And that's her yarn, right? That they
It's
give you
like acrylic. Yeah,
Yeah.
they give you the yarn to use. It's probably acrylic because it has to be for babies and it has to be washable. So, and it has to be
cute.
newborn size. So they give you dimensions and everything.
Is that the one that you cast it on and it looked huge, or did you start over? Remember you showed it to me and I was like, that is humongous.
No, that was for my new niece. That one I ripped out.
Oh, yeah,
I ripped that
yeah.
But this is, I did it the
Oh,
other
you
night at
ripped
my
that
lesson.
one out, the camouflage looking one?
Yeah. I'm going to stripe it. And
Yeah.
Make
I
my
was gonna
swirly.
stripe it.
But I don't want to call swirly hat. So I did that.
Oh, the toilet swirl hat.
Yeah. And then I dyed some stuff, but we can talk about that after. But I want to talk about this real quick because if you'd like to get involved, you just need to contact Paige at Frame and Fiber. And it's just a nice thing to do. Nice little
And you
donation.
can knit or crochet.
You can knit or
Whatever you
crochet,
want.
whatever. And I mean, they're newborn hats, they take an hour, really,
Well,
honestly.
if you crochet, they take an hour.
I think
If you
knitting
knit.
ones are really fast too.
It's a
These
night.
are tiny.
It's watching TV at night.
Yeah, so do
Which-
something nice. And it's free, and
Can we talk about TV at night that I'm obsessed with? The
yes,
Sinner.
because I can't wait to start watching it.
Okay, I'm a little late to the game. I think it's been out a year. The Sinner on Netflix. I'm in the first season. I'm almost done. Oh my gosh. It stops and you want to immediately watch it again. It's so good.
Well, I'm watching Orange is the New Black.
Love that show.
Love it.
All right, ready? Here's my stuff. Okay, so I don't have video of it. I can't show it because I gifted it this past weekend. But my cousin is having a baby. Well, his wife is having the baby. He's not having the baby. Although I think Matt would have the baby. He could have the baby. Anyway, my cousin Matt and his wife Molly are having their first baby boy. They are due in October, like Halloween. There was a beautiful baby shower last weekend. It was really, really nice. And maybe you can put some of those pictures in too. Do you have those? I
We're
have
gonna
them.
have a lot of pictures on this
And
one.
I made the baby sophisticate sweater, newborn, little tiny thing. It was adorable. It was like an old man, like professor sweater.
very cute.
It was very cute. I made it in the Eco Cloud, so that was cute.
And
So
it's
you
a
could-
wool alpaca blend.
yeah,
that
very
we carry
easy,
at the farm.
very easy and quick, and I liked it. I was not happy with my button choice, but that's what I had in the house, and I decided to start making it 4 days before the shower. So that's what happens. They got those buttons. All right, let's talk about my sweater.
It's so pretty.
Okay, so Rhinebeck is so soon. It's like, how far away is it?
I don't know. I just hear screaming children. October. It's October.
Yeah, but like close.
I got a lot.
We are less than 2 months away from
Spilled that all over me.
So I have one sweater done, and I was knitting the Ramona light cardigan the last time we talked, and I finished this. I didn't weave my ends in yet, but it is in Quince and Company Chickadee in the Marsh colorway, and I started embroidery last night.
So talk about your stuff.
I'm so excited. So if you've been watching, I was asking, I was inspired by a woman that I saw on Instagram, and I found her on Ravelry, and she said what she did, but she's from France, and I didn't understand. Oh, it was all French too. I could have Google translated.
Oh.
So I ended up buying this Solvay water soluble stabilizer for embroidery. I was very confused because I didn't want it to stay underneath my sweater. I wanted it to just be there when I was doing it and go away. So this comes in a roll, and I got it on Amazon. I think
it almost feels like cling wrap.
It's weird. Yes, it's weird.
It's like, it feels like press and seal.
Yes, it does.
Feels like
very weird. Amazon, like $8, I think, and there's a ton of it.
Have you tried to like soak it in water, make sure it like
No, I just go for it. You know me. I'm not a planner. I just do it. I went for it. So last night, I cut myself on the thing.
Just now?
Yeah, right there. Like a paper cut.
With the plastic.
So I wanted to do stuff with my apple tree, which will have a bad video.
Ready?
Probably. Isn't this a fancy outfit I have on?
Beautiful.
Are you recording?
I am recording.
Okay, so I finished my Ramona Lake cardigan for Wineback. I'm going to make my own buttons out of the apple tree for my sweater. Thank you.
Delivery.
All right. Woo!
Pick up the apple fire out
so
there.
I'm embroidering, see? Well, it's this soluble, it'll go away. So I just started, these are apple blossoms.
Hey guys. And this is what we call our apple tree barn, boys.
And this is my apple tree.
And this is Lee's apple tree. It's not her apple tree, but
it is my apple
she
tree.
says it's her apple tree.
Because it blooms on my birthday every year, my whole life.
And this poor apple tree has lost so many big limbs. Look, you can see right there.
This is a good one.
And you can see right there.
So,
and look at this giant limb it lost. So we thought this tree was gonna die many, many, many times. It got struck by lightning. But look at it. It's doing good. All right, so Lee just cut off a branch and we're gonna make some buttons.
for my apple tree sweater. So right.
Good button size?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so. Looks like a good button, right, people? Perfect.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
Ow, I just hit my
Say hi to the Packers. Hi, boys. Troublemakers. Nah, they're good boys. Call them the Brat Pack. Right, guys? So, if you'd like to know names, it's Stone, Bates, Ono, and Arrow. Right? And his name is Bates. His name is Mr. Bates, after Downton Abbey. Yeah. Twinkle Toes, as I like to call him. Hey, Twinkle Toes. Okay, boys.
So anyway, I got this stuff and I started. So here it is so far. So it's supposed to be like apple blossoms and little buds, and I have leaves. And this is just the start. I'll put it on.
Put it on because it looks so pretty.
Put it on.
She also wants to do a barn swallow.
Yep. So we have barn swallows that come to the farm every year.
Yeah,
And
right here.
I don't know if they are the same ones. Lenny thought they were the same ones every year. Burtner. He told me they were.
Your head is cut off again.
Too tall.
You want me to raise up the camera?
No.
But it doesn't look good that half your head is cut off. Sorry, people. She can keep talking. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit.
So this is just the start of it. So I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to keep going up here, and I'm going to put a, I just drew that real fast today. I think I'm going to put a barn swallow there. Nice. My back shoulder. And then, so I did,
your head stuck up.
it's fine. I'll back up. So I did 3 so far for my 3 kids, and then I was going to do the barn swallow. And then I was also going to do more over here, I think.
Just a little bit.
A little
I think
bit?
just like 1 and like 2 little ones or something.
I don't know. It's
Like in here, like. right there.
So
technical term.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it. It's fun.
It looks so pretty as is.
I love it because I like to embroider and sew. So all this like shiny stuff is gonna go away once I finish.
We hope.
Because we don't really know. Because I just wing it.
I
didn't test it. It's gonna go away. The reviews were good on Amazon. And then the video that you can now insert. So
wait.
What?
I'm gonna insert the video. Now we can talk about the stick.
Okay, so the stick, I thought I would make buy buttons made out of apple trees. I thought, wouldn't that be cool? Because I'm doing it all because of my apple tree. And then I thought, I have an apple tree.
And my husband's a woodworker.
So we have the tools to make it. Yeah. So I Googled how to make some buttons. So
I've done buttons, but I've never like finished them.
All right, we're gonna finish them.
I've cut them, sliced them. I've had Nick do all stuff. I even had him cut like big ones for coasters.
Oh.
Slices. But then neither one of us wanted to sand them and put all the work into finishing.
Well, I'm gonna put the work into it. So
yeah,
I found a branch that sticks through my buttonhole. We made sure.
Other end, I think. The bigger end.
All right, so that goes through my buttonhole. And we have video of me chopping this down. And then we're gonna cut them and sand them. And if it goes well, which I'm hoping it does, I will add some of them into our giveaway for our hashtag
Arrow Acres Rhinebeck Cow.
It'll go in a prize, so you get like apple tree buttons from our own apple tree. So hopefully, that's only if it goes well. But I think it will.
Right? And if you have it, oh boy.
No, this is my stick for my buttons. Grant's trying to take my stick.
Grant loves sticks.
No, this is my stick for my buttons. You can't have my stick. He has a stick right now with like things on it, and he had it, and he was like, "Welcome to the danger zone." Okay.
So they take the baling twine from the bales of hay, and they make lion traps.
Lion traps. Remember, Andy thought a tiger lives in our backyard.
They tie them up. So my kids take them when my mom and I are cleaning the pastures. They're in the feed room, and they tie the baling twine. My big dog back.
You want to talk about tiger trap? Remember you said the lion trap? Andy. Remember Andy?
What?
So my sister Andy had a rabbit that lived in her backyard. She was like, how old was Andy? Like 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade? Yeah, like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow, so probably all those years.
So we had it. It was like, you had to go through the yard. It was by the apple tree. So we had a
in the
rabbit
apple
hutch. And it was her rabbit, so she had to go out and feed it. And she would like scream bloody murder and run like a maniac. And then she'd run back in, but didn't tell us why. Like, she was terrified to run out there. And we didn't know why. But then she said, like, as an adult, she said when she watched the news when she was little, there was a little boy in like Thailand who got...
We were in Orlando at Gatorland, and there was a tiger, a stuffed tiger that ate a kid in India.
I don't know if you hear this. So while we were in Orlando on the news, a tiger.
No, it was a stuffed tiger.
At
There's
Gatorland.
a stuffed tiger that ate a kid in India. Why is this?
There's a stuffed tiger like in Gatorland. And
that ate a kid in India.
In India and Thailand.
And Andy remembered that. And she thought there were tigers that lived in our yard. We're in New Jersey. And she would
but
run.
Wasn't there the tiger place out like in Jackson?
Got loose, yeah.
The tiger got loose out there in Jackson.
But she didn't tell us that until she was an adult. Like,
sorry, Andy. Spilling all your deepest, darkest secrets on the podcast.
And her worm fear.
Oh, she's afraid of worms.
You're afraid of spiders.
I am. You're afraid of mice.
Mice are horrible.
They're fuzzy, cute little.
No, they're not.
Babies.
No, they're not.
They're like a little bunny rabbit. Are you afraid of a bunny rabbit?
They can bite you. Spiders,
so can bunny rabbits.
You can squish a spider.
Spiders can kill my whole family.
They can't kill your whole family. If you lived in like scary like
Australia has huge spiders.
You don't live in Australia.
I'm not going there.
You live
ever.
in New Jersey. There's like daddy long legs.
Who are apparently very poisonous, but they don't have mouths big enough to bite us.
You can't squish a mouse.
You know what? You know the scary... You can squish a mouse.
No, you can't!
I saw G-Pop squish a mouse once. He stepped on it. And it squished.
Oh.
All right.
No,
so
you're getting off subject.
We're over our time limit. I wanted to keep this under half an hour.
Oh, we are at
We
it.
are so over.
All right, we'll talk about your dyed things that aren't I don't know what they are.
I'm going to die because spiders are going to kill me.
Look on our list, dyed stuff. Dyed stuff, see? Talk about dyed stuff.
Not death and destruction.
We have a plan.
So,
This is nice.
this is...
Dead mice and spiders. Go.
Sorry.
Go.
So, I am going to kill the children.
Show your
Stop
dyed.
talking.
Show your dyed stuff.
So, I love my yarn I've been making from, using from Feederbrook Farms. And I love how the colors change, but it's it's like striping, but in like larger stripes. It's not like little tiny stripes or anything. And I can't figure out how they made it. So I was on Pinterest and I was doing some research and I came across a thing called fractal spinning. And I think that's what it is. So it's when you take a braid of roving.
Did you dye this yourself?
So I dyed this week.
Where'd you get this
It's
roving?
Polworth. I got it from Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. So it's comb top. I dyed it. So if you guys are spinners, you split it in half. The whole length. You spin one whole length on one bobbin. Your next bobbin, you start this one. You split this as many times as you can. So most people say about 4 times. And you spin each skinny one. So now you've got this color repeat shorter because you're spinning thinner sections of it. Repeating little shorter color sections.
I'm not a spinner and this just
and
doesn't
this
make
one
sense
you're
to me.
repeating big long color sections so that all the colors blend together, but they will stripe and they'll change. So I'm gonna try it. So this is my braid that I dyed.
All the spinners at home right now are like, oh my god, yes, that's
and the
great.
rest
I'm like,
of you are like,
what?
oh, skip ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Hit the 10-second
Just go.
double
forward.
tap, double tap, double tap. So this is my braid I dyed.
Well, it'll be very pretty.
So it's pretty colors. And then I also just love dyeing little bits of roving. So I got this beautiful merino from Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. It was in our MDSW one, and it's Reflections at Rockland.
That's our people.
Yeah. So Andy sent me specifically to them to get stuff for her. So I was like, well, I'm there. I might as well get some stuff for myself. So I bought some of their merino, which is crazy soft. And I dyed
They look like
3.
dreadlocks.
They do look like dreadlocks. So I dyed 3 groups of like
so
shorter lengths
soft.
of this roving. And it is crazy soft. So this will just be like a really fun spin. Oh, I think fiber just went in your drink.
It did. It's okay.
Almost empty.
I got it. Yes.
So I'm so excited. I don't know, I went with like kind of crazy colors. But
oh, it'll be fun.
you know what? Exactly. I just wanted something fun, something different. Like they're
That's
my
nice.
colors, but they're not my colors.
Oh, they're nice.
So I went with straight up colors. I didn't mix any of them.
Very cool.
So that's what I did this week. And I was down in my basement searching, just checking my stash. And I came across a scarf, an infinity scarf I had made that was like a test, and I didn't like how it turned out, and it was just fawn. And I was like, oh, it's kind of boring. So I had all the dye out. So I dyed it, and I ripped it apart. So now I have this fun
pretty.
yarn. And this is it focusing? So now I have I have a couple balls like this. I think they were leftovers from other projects that I made the scarf with. So now I'm gonna make something fun with this because I really like this color. It matches my eyeballs.
See, okay, so this matches my eyeballs.
Yeah.
I have hazel eyes, green.
And I have like
You
blue
have that
green.
color. We have eyeball sweaters. Maybe YouTube will pick that up.
Eyeballs.
Yeah, this is my color.
So I wanted, I don't know, maybe I'll make something for myself. I doubt it. I'm in production mode, so everything is for the farm now.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Oh, I wanted to say this. I have a skein of yarn from Wing and a Prayer Farm that I bought in
I love
back
her
last year.
Instagram.
Oh, you're
If
great.
you don't follow her,
Follow her.
Wing and a Prayer Farm.
Wing and a Prayer Farm. Yeah, she's great.
So nice.
Her stories are better than TV.
Yeah, watch her stories. Her regular Instagram, she doesn't put too much on.
Her stories,
she puts a ton on every day.
Her doing her farm tours, and she's great. But anyway, I have that skein of yarn. I didn't know what to do with it, and I've been waiting for something special. And I decided to make, I'm going to make Andy's one of her new hat designs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to make that for Ryan.
The one with the little pattern in the brim?
Yes,
I love that
the
one.
Odie hat, I believe it's called. O-D-I-E. So I printed the pattern out, and I'm going to make that for Rhinebeck.
Speaking of Andy, she is on, I don't know if you guys go on Ravelry.
You do. Who doesn't? I put it on our blog. Who's not a Ravelry user?
I put it on Instagram. You guys, go on the Ravelry homepage. Just click on Ravelry. That's Andy's pattern. I mean, it's her picture. It's our friend Ryan. It's our alpacas at the farm. And it links you to Andy's page.
She's the eye candy right now.
It's crazy. Sorry, my phone died. So we're talking about Andy's patterns, and she's the eye candy.
She's the eye candy on Ravelry. So how cool is that? Like, you go on and there she is, boom, right there. And but it's funny because she said that pattern, she hasn't published that pattern with the poncho. She made it as the blanket, so now she's in like crazy production mode. I'm trying to get that poncho. Right? Yeah, and like her pattern's a little different and the design's a little different, so she's getting emails nonstop, like when you're releasing it, so which is awesome. It's so great. Like,
I want to make a crochet poncho like my poncho that people chase me around.
Oh yeah, that was from TJ Maxx.
Marshalls.
Yeah, Marshalls.
Same thing.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Good kids, I think it's time to go. We're gonna cheers. So have a great week. Happy knitting, happy spinning, happy crochet, happy making. Doing our hashtag make along Arrow Acres Rhinebeck cow. Vinny. And yeah, join in and we're on Ravelry on our group page. I've been very good at managing and seeing what everyone's doing. Post your pictures.
And I love getting comments on YouTube, so please comment.
Oh yeah, like, subscribe, all that. It's a big help. And yeah, so we're
thank you again for watching.
All right.
We really appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye. Cheers.
Bye. See you next week.